Okay, Tommy, so we have a runner-up. Who was runner-up?
Joey was runner-up.
Joey was runner-up. What did his twin brother take?
Logan lost in the Concy semis. He took a forfeit to Joey in the semis.
Did they have 5th, 6th? I don't even know.
They didn't.
So
we coin flipped the semi match between brothers, and then lost a tough one in the Concy semis.
And then he loses. Joey loses a tough one in the finals.
A tough one, yeah. The kid was tough.
Is that Graham guy?
No, I don't know where he's from. He's a tough one. He's a year younger, so I'm not as
real tough.
He's tough. Yeah, he can wrestle.
Tommy wrestles a guy who's wrestled 3 times.
His 3rd time, yeah.
A really tough Graham guy.
Yep.
Guy was massive too. Guy was pretty
boy,
tall,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
The matches have kind of all went how today's went, right? Mm-hmm. Tommy looked good though. Tommy was never in any trouble today. There was no danger. You guys are like, there might be some. There was no danger today.
Right.
He dominated whistle to whistle. How'd you feel about the boys' performance today?
I think our whole club did pretty well. I mean, we got second. We lost to Graham by a mile, but our club is doing a good job and really embracing the toughness and the competitive spirit that you need to have to be good at this sport. And I think that's a lot more critical than wrestling 150 matches or having an incredible single leg or anything like that. So our kids are learning how to grit their teeth, right? And my boys, as well as the rest of our club. So overall, I'm happy. There's always something to work on, and we got reminded of that today. But at the same time, good things are happening. We had 28 kids in the grade school division. We had a ton of placers, 5, 6, 7 finalists, something like that. So I was very happy with, again, the toughness, the grit that our club is showing. It's going to pay off long term. I have no question about it.
28 kids total that were wrestling.
School, yeah.
That's pretty good.
We got about 8 or 9 in the junior high division. So
I did the Division State duels last night. You know, St. Edward beat up on Brecksville in the final, like 54-9 or something crazy. They got an incredible freshman class, right? And right now, the future storyline for me is Graham D2, Watterson D2, right? And they got you today, like you said. They beat you by a mile. Yeah. But that's the future storyline. We saw a Graham Watterson State final. How good do you feel about that moving forward, that you guys can get right up there and run with Graham moving forward?
I mean, I'm not just saying this. We're just trying to be the best we can be. Our community, we're about community. So we will be as good as we can be within the community that we come from. So I wouldn't say that Graham's the target, but, they're the best. So why wouldn't they be on the line, right? And I think that we're going to be very good. Our high school program is on the up. Our junior high program is really, really good. And so I'm excited about maybe the next 10 or 12 years of Watterson wrestling. I really think we're going to be on the board every year at the state tournament and, have some fun runs and, maybe take a stab at Graham a time or two. But they're great, quite honestly. I mean, they open their doors to us. They come up and work out with us. We go down and work out with them. They've hosted some dual meets for us. So they're so open-armed about welcoming the right mentality and the right competitive team into their environment that, they're a target because of how highly we think of them. Maybe not a target because of any other reason than that. So that's the goal. But there's plenty of other teams to worry about too. I mean, you got the Sales building up a great team in Central Ohio and things like that. But I think there's going to be a lot of good things to come from Bishop Watterson.
The last teams to win in the Columbus area were Reedy in the early 90s and late 80s, right?
Yep.
I had Dom on the podcast, and Dom was on the last championship
cool.
Reedy team, right?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So obviously you're a Reedy guy,
Yep.
so that's got to be a goal. You want to bring hardware back to Columbus. There's no question, right?
It's a goal. I mean, how can you not put as much time as we all put into the sport and these kids and not shoot for the moon, right? So we want to do that. We have 104 kids in our club. K through 8, 96 of them, 97 of them go to the feeder schools at Watterson, so it really is a community club, and they go to school together, they go to church together, they go to tournaments together, they practice together. They're together all the time, and you start to see that bond get formed. And it'd be really great to see that happen in Central Ohio, but when you line up against Graham and lose by double the points, you got a lot more wood to chop. So
I'm looking at your team warming up right now behind you, and Tommy Rowlands is leading the warm-up, right?
Yeah.
First off, the man's a genius. He's wearing double Go Ohio stickers on his headgear.
Yeah.
He must not hate my guts. That's good, but double duty for him today.
Yes, double duty.
Tommy's doing double duty divisional states. Hey, thanks for telling me it was divisional states, by the way. I thought we were at a district. I don't even know. I'm not even joking. Jared, there's so many events I can't even keep. It's on. My wife's got it written down on a calendar. I don't even know. I just go to the event and I show up and I'm like, what are we at? I know that we're at state when we're in Youngstown. I do know that, actually. Got to give me some credit there, right? But having him be a leader how he is, it's like Dylan D'Amelio is the leader at Genoa.
Right.
Logan Stever is the leader at Monroeville, right? There's a catalyst everywhere. Every team you look, Patty Gallagher, St. Edward, you can look up and down, right? Knowing that he's going to probably have to be that catalyst for you guys. They're going to go as far as Tommy Rowlands goes.
Well,
I think that's my opinion.
I think we've got some really good freshmen, some really good 8th graders that, fortunately for Tommy and our 6th and 7th graders, I think that they're going to walk into a program that's already ready to rock. But yeah, I think he's got high goals. He's old enough now to where I feel like his thoughts are forming and he has real objectives that he wants to achieve over the next 5 or 6 years. And his first year he's really been all in on wrestling. He's cutting down to 2 sports. He's going to wrestle in the springs.
What's he cutting out?
Baseball.
Baseball's cute. It's such a huge time commitment.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
So he's sticking with football and wrestling. Hopefully he does that through high school. I don't know that doing just wrestling is necessary. And so yeah, he's doing a good job. I'm really proud of him, and he works hard. And you got Ross Thatcher and our junior high coach Dave Strackwitine are spending a lot more time with him than I am, and it's nice to see him react well to that. Ross Thatcher is incredible. A great coach for him, great mentor for him, and that bond is starting to form, which is a goal for me, just so that wrestling can be his. And if I'm in the corner all the time, I'm worried that maybe he won't view it as his. This is his journey. So Ross is an incredible person to lean on for things like that, and him and Tommy are starting to form a real good bond together.
Is that unfair to Gray Burnett and Tommy Rowlands, right? Like, to put that on him now as 6th and 7th graders, like, Perrysburg's going to be as good as Gray Burnett.
Yeah.
Watterson's going to be as good as Tommy Rowlands. Is that an unfair expectation to put on kids?
I don't know that it's unfair. It just is what it is because of their parents' backgrounds, but they have just as many advantages, right? I mean, they have a built-in support system that understands the sport at a very, very deep level. So for every attention grab or headline grab that they get, or coaches or kids that coach hard against them because of their last name, you have to think about all the things that they have access to that others don't. And so it's not a burden. I think it's a privilege, and he's fortunate to be in the situation that he's in, and I think he views it that way. It's important that they don't feel pressure, that they feel like they're in a great position to take advantage of the opportunities that they have because of their fathers or their family's involvement in the sport. And so that's the way Tommy looks at it.
Is Tommy warming up on his own, or did you tell him he's got to warm up?
I didn't tell him he's got to warm up. Yeah, so I said just
there you go.
Get some lunch.
There you go.
Yeah, so
that says a lot, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Once again, this is a Zeb problem, not a Tommy problem. We're at almost 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Do you got anything else for me?
No. Thanks for what you do. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good luck to you moving forward. Hey, I think I'm going to be a big Rudis Plus subscriber and fan coming up here.
Awesome.
So I'm a fan of that, by the way.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait for the event in Detroit. Will you be there?
I will be there.
You better be there.
I am coming.
All right. Hey, good luck to you moving forward. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.